Hi there. I'm Kathy,
I'm Keith.
and we are
He said.
She Said. Hey, we're back. Look, we're live. Woohoo! We're late.
We were in a meeting.
Better late than never.
Hi, Inge.
He's had enough of us already. I'm sure he is not paying any attention. If you're in
Lighten up, Francis. They just come to me sometimes.
If you were here with us last week, you may not be aware, but we had an incident, and so therefore we have changed the setup of the studio so that my wonderful darling spouse can no longer pratfall his little hiney onto the floor.
I didn't pratfall. I was feigning falling asleep while she was talking to me, and she shoved me out of my chair to the floor. My eyes were closed.
If your eyes are closed, you don't know if you're.
If my eyes are open, I could at least see you coming toward me at a jaunt, not suddenly going, "My God, I'm flying through the air."
You are not flying through the air.
Yeah, that's why the chair went clang, clang, clang.
You lost your balance. The chair fell.
I've been off balance for years. I've learned to compensate.
Not very well, or you wouldn't have fallen.
I didn't fall.
Yeah, whatever.
I was pushed.
You fell.
Shoved.
You fell.
Shoulder blocked is what it felt like.
Let's just say you deserved it and leave it at that.
Oh, I agree with that completely.
You deserved it.
That has nothing to do with
I'm going to have to get a booster
what I'm talking about.
So I'm a little bit taller.
Do you have to face back?
No.
Okay.
I'm tall enough. I don't have to face back.
You're over the age of 14.
So here's how we do this. He asks a question, and then we answer it. Then I ask a question, and then we answer it. And then you ask a question, and then we answer it.
I hope y'all sent a question.
So we'll start with him.
My question?
Yes, your question.
Okay. It's bad when I can't even. It's my question. She said, hey, what's your question? And I said, you told me to think about it.
And then what did you say the question was going to be?
Primary or pastel?
But what was the problem with that? You didn't know how to spell pastel.
I think it's Pastel.
So we had to change it, or you changed it.
But it was two. Yeah, it was two. You're looking at colors in a different way. You're using different terminologies. So I had to change it, and it's primary or secondary.
And so I was thinking school.
Well, in kindergarten, we learned about our primaries and our secondaries. And for those out there that don't know what I'm talking about, I know you are. What? Primary.
You had to write it down? I'm just okay.
I am elaborating beyond. This is how I do things.
Oh, I know.
I write them down.
Yes, he does.
So I can talk about them. If it's a list of more than 3, you better write it down for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's still going to call.
Yes, I am. I'm not that word you always say. I'm specific. That's it's inappropriate language these days. Primary, red, yellow, and blue.
Very good.
Okay. Secondary, orange, green, violet.
And do you know why the secondary colors are orange, green, and violet?
Because they're in between the other two.
Because the other ones make those colors when you blend them together.
That's why they're primary.
That's what I said.
No, we both said the same thing in different ways.
I know. That's what I said.
And thus our marriage. We're saying the exact thing, just from two different perspectives. She is right. I'm left.
Oh, yeah. So often.
And then there's tertiary. Are you familiar with tertiary?
Isn't it in Germany?
Mm-hmm. The tertiary of Germany.
That's what we're sitting on. Our
That's the tertiary. And it's not in Germany. Mein Kampf. Tertiary. Ich bin ein Berliner. Red, orange.
I didn't want to participate in this question.
Yellow, orange. Yellow, green. Blue, green. Blue, violet. And red, violet. Those are primaries mixed with secondaries.
Yes, they are. Very good. Thank you for the art
Which
class.
one's yours?
I told you.
What?
Secondary.
Why?
Why not? I like those classes better.
The woman can talk.
They were way more
Your
fun.
mind and her own ears off. And
What?
her answer is, why not?
Why not? I like those colors. I like them all. Green's my favorite.
Green's your favorite color?
Green is my favorite color.
Why?
Because it's God's favorite color.
Why do you say that?
Because he painted everything green.
He painted everything green?
Just about. And all different shades of it.
It's presents life.
Okay.
I'm told. Green is life.
I just think it's God's favorite color.
You wouldn't think it's blue?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
The only thing he painted blue is the sky.
That's where you look up to the heavens.
No, I look at the sun, the stars,
Not for very long.
the moon.
Burn a hole in your eye.
Mm.
You can't stare at the sun, kid.
I-
You'll burn your eye out.
See,
Yes.
we should run a contest and see how many people can name the references that we make, because these are references to movies and songs and books.
The first one was Stripes, and this one is A Christmas Story. Mine.
You can't have a competition getting people to tell you if you
we
tell
didn't,
them.
We didn't have a competition yet. I'm telling you.
Okay, you got
in
40
case you missed
seconds.
out.
What's your favorite color?
Orange.
Whoa.
Aren't you glad I didn't say banana again?
Hey, I went to a corn maze. I've been telling that joke randomly. It's funnier every time I tell it.
Everyone hates you.
Felt stalked. I needed that.
You have no idea how close I'm asking for you to turn to the purple flower joke. That's how bad it's gotten. That's how bad it's gotten. Mandy, that's how bad it's gotten.
Oh, thank you. Speaking of,
I like orange because orange is warm. It's not too hot like red or yellow.
it's like April 27th,
It's
25th,
26th.
25th.
Not too hot, not too cool. You just need a light jacket.
Yep.
As long as that jacket is orange.
You don't even have an orange jacket.
I know. I have an orange sweatshirt.
Shame.
It's about like that color.
Good. I'm glad. So,
Time for a commercial.
time for a break. After these messages,
We'll be right back.
You got any messages? Hey, why don't you join Keith as he does?
Love God, love others. It's a 5-minute Bible study overview. This is how it works. You can jump in anytime because guess what? We'll start all over again at the beginning of the year and run through whenever you started. And then we'll start all over again, rinse and repeat.
Cool.
Isn't that great?
Yep.
Right now you can jump into, which is where I always suggest people start that have never read all the way through the Bible, the New Testament, because that's the new promise, because that's the new covenant, and actually spoke about that in today's show.
Yay! So check him out and
Love God, love others.
share with friends. All right. So now we're back to the show.
Good.
And I asked,
What's your question?
why does hope have to be forward facing?
Why does hope have to be forward facing?
Mhm.
Because otherwise you're looking back.
Yes. So,
So let's dance.
what? That's it? That's all you got?
Well, hope, faith, hope, and love. The greatest of these is love.
Right?
Well, you got to have faith.
You got to have faith.
Then there's hope.
But why does hope have to be forward facing?
Because yesterday's gone and tomorrow isn't here yet. But at least you're looking for hope. You're looking forward to it, whatever it is. If you're looking back, you can't see where you're going.
Very good.
You're looking to where you've been.
Yep.
And
So-
guess what? It's gone.
When we're in the car and you're driving and you turn to look,
You got to show me to the
you know what
floor
you
again?
do?
What?
Turn the car with
Swerve?
you. Yeah, you swerve. Because you
I do
can't
that.
get to where you're going if you're looking somewhere else.
Okay. I agree with that.
So if you want to have hope in your life, you have to accept your past, learn from your past, and then let it go.
Say that once more.
You have to accept your past, learn from your past, and then let it go. Because if you keep
Yep.
dwelling in your past, you're
I have
backward facing.
white knuckled decades in my life. Let it go.
Because you
It's not that simple though. When you've done this for so
There you
long,
go.
guess what happens?
your fingers
You
cramp.
cramp up
Yep.
and you can't let go.
Yep.
And then you think that this is wrong. Oh, but this is right.
No, actually, it's left.
No, this is right. This is left.
These are not the hosts.
Oh no, these are the hosts that you're looking for.
So with hope, if you've had something that has traumatized you in the past, and I think when
Yes,
when
I
you're
have.
when you're caught in a situation, we had a friend.
Which trauma do you want to talk about?
We don't talk about the traumas. That's just it. You accept it, you learn from it, and you let it go. And if you keep rehashing it,
Yes,
you can't let it go.
I understand that.
And
But
we have
but I also will go to with those traumas. I have let them go but I'm letting God use them.
Okay, that's different. That's
Okay,
different.
as a benefit to others for two reasons. And I always say these two reasons. So that what has wronged me is now righted me.
Right.
Okay. And the other is so those out there that have gone through similar circumstances know they're not alone.
Yep.
Or they are prepared if they ever go through similar circumstances.
Okay.
That's how God, I don't know where it is in there, but of course it's a, what is it when it's not a quote?
Paraphrase.
Paraphrase. It's a paraphrase.
It's in the Lang translation.
No, don't do that. I don't even know what I'm talking about now. It's a paraphrase. I don't know.
We'll get back to it. I had
It's
somebody
already gone.
Yeah.
I let it go.
See, and now things are much more bright and shiny when you let it go.
Maybe in a moment
Let
or
it
two when I
go.
actually forget
Let
about it.
go. I didn't even know that song for the longest time, but I knew that every other mother on the planet knew that song.
Knew that song?
And so I would often use that quote, let it go.
Yeah, because
I knew what would happen to their mind.
they would start singing it to themselves.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
don't let this demeanor fool you. She's vicious.
I'm fun.
Compact, but vicious.
I'm fun.
Yeah, fun sized.
So, anyway, don't hold on to your past or you cannot step into your future. And that's why hope has to be forward facing.
Like that. Sounds good.
Thank you. I should write something.
How about a book?
I can do that.
How about a book? Hey, how about a book?
Speaking of books.
Nothing?
Okay. Do you know what November is? Besides the best month of the year.
Thanksgiving.
Besides Thanksgiving.
My birthday.
Besides your birthday.
Irrelevant.
It is National Novel Writing Month.
Oh.
You know what that means?
You're going to be busy in November?
Starting November 1st, the challenge is to write an entire novel in 1 month.
I can't write.
Then record it and let Otter translate it for you. Transcribe it for you. Everybody has a story worth telling. And
everyone has a story.
Everyone has a story, and everyone has a story worth telling.
Yes.
And if you write from your heart, then you'll touch a heart. And so I encourage everyone to jump in and try National Novel Writing Month. You can go to nationalnovelwritingmonth.org. Teachers can sign up their classes, and the teachers can set the limits for how many words the students write. But the goal is 50,000 words in 1 month, which translates to about 1,780 a day. 1,780 words a day.
How long does it take you to write 1,780 words?
Less time than most people.
About 5 minutes.
Especially if there are people around me talking, because then I can steal their dialogue.
I can't even read a sentence and understand what's going on if people are standing around me talking about something. I have to read that same sentence like 4 times, and I still don't get it until they be quiet.
Yeah, I know. Believe me.
You can write 1,780 words in about 5 minutes with people standing around
more than
you
5
talking
minutes
while you're watching a television show and participating in a webinar.
I've done that before.
With 1,872 tabs open on the computer at the same blinking time. It makes me so uncomfortable. You have no idea. I'm uncomfortable thinking about it right now.
He's not allowed to look at my screen when I'm working.
I can't even look at you.
Because she'll come in and you go, how many tabs do you open on this screen? I'm like, well, this is just one of the.
When you
one
look
of the
at her computer
windows."
screen and all you see is tabs open, I mean,
And usually,
just rows and rows of tabs open.
because I have this window open with these particular tabs. And
That's
then
why
this
you got
window
two laptops
and
open.
This window.
This
and
one
then-
is just for your tabs. And this is where you're watching the TV, participating in the webinar, and writing something.
Sometimes you're very true. That's very true. And I've started listening on my earbuds so that I can get up and move around during the webinar if I have to go
While
get
she's
water.
writing 1,780 words in 5 minutes, looking at all her 1,872 tabs.
Okay, quit talking. All right, this is what they ask.
I don't believe you. You made it up.
Nope.
You ask, what is one thing you plan to do before the end of the year to invest in your marriage? Invest in my marriage.
So I plan to be more. I'm afraid to say because he's gonna. I made this mistake. So we're launching Peculiar Productions as an honest to goodness business with business plan, mission statement, vision statement, all this, and we've decided who's playing what part. And he said, "Well, you're the leader. You're the natural leader, and I'm the follower." And I said, well, if I'm leading, then you can be the accountability. Man, I already regret that. And I just said it yesterday.
I felt her accountable on 2 different occasions already today. And she just looks at me with disdain.
That's like, well, the last time I did this, I was trying
You've
to.
never let me hold you accountable.
I know. I was going to say the last time I did
She
this.
fights the accountability.
I hate accountability. I like ideas. Ideas are fun.
If there's no accountability, you don't have to follow through.
I know deadlines are horrible. That's why
That's what they become. Deadlines.
Anywho, so I am going to invest in being more organized because I know it soothes your spirit. There, I've told everyone what I'm going to do to invest in our relationship. And I started today. I got things organized. I worked on the chore chart. I am getting everything in a home and getting rid of what doesn't have a home. You didn't even notice some of what I did. Still ain't paying attention.
I have a hard time noticing when you rearrange the furniture.
I know.
That's not him. That's why I don't notice things. It's the same reason that I don't remember things. Is once it's done.
You remember. Here's the thing. You remember the bad things, and then beat
Because those are the
yourself and me
traumas.
with it.
Yes.
But if it's a good, positive, and uplifting thing, you're like, okay, that's yesterday.
Wonderful. Let's move on.
That was yesterday. So what are you going to do to invest in our marriage?
I'm going to hold you accountable.
If y'all find him laying on the floor later, you know what happened.
Uh,
I will say that you're leaning into your faith boldly and refusing to allow circumstances or situations to sway you from leaning into that has definitely been a relief on me.
my job here is done.
So you
yes, I'm going to continue to do that. I suppose, but you know how I, for better or for worse, do things. I mean, I'm in or I'm out.
Yep. And fortunately, you're leaning in. And when things don't go the way
leaning on the everlasting arms.
I was wondering where that was going.
I want to take her away for a weekend.
Okay, maybe.
I've planned this several different times. You know how many times we've gone? 0.
We went for our first anniversary.
She won't go.
I worry about everything else.
She won't go.
I worry about the dog. I worry about the son. But we'll work something out. We're already spending a lot of time together. It's not like I don't see you.
I want to see more of you.
Well, I appreciate you all joining us today. If you want to connect with me, you can connect with me over at KatherineLang.com. And that's where you can find the Growing Hope radio broadcast. Mm-hmm. You can sign up for the newsletter. You can contact me. I would love to come and speak to your classroom if you're a teacher, to your school, if you're an administrator, to your organization, about finding your uniqueness and living it out, harnessing your superpower, because we all have superpower within us. One of mine is words.
That's just one of hers. Wonderful.
And if you want to connect with Peculiar Productions, pqproductions.com. We are leaning into our new vision, which is
the vision statement.
Yeah, you remember?
I didn't. We want God first. That's not a quote,
but that's very close.
That's a paraphrase.
That's in the Lang translation. And
I didn't know there'd be a test.
90daysthroughthebible.com. That is one of the ways that you can read through the entire Bible. I read through it every quarter. And so you can join me as I'm reading through the entire Bible in
That's
one quarter.
For you more in-depth readers through the Bible. If you'd like to read simply 4 chapters a day, Monday through Saturday, you can join me on Facebook with Love God, Love Others.
Yeah.
And I said it already. She's got to help me. Coming soon to YouTube. That way you can find all of them.
The Love
in
God,
one
Love
place.
Others. The Love God, Love Others is coming soon to YouTube.
Yep.
That's
And
what
we will
he
let
means.
you know on here.
That's what he means. And we can set something up on PQ Productions too.
Where they can link over.
Mm-hmm.
I know the term. I don't know what it means.
That's always good. That's always good. So what?
I know how to work the technology. I just don't know what the technology is.
What is your takeaway from this week?
It's better to sit on a bench than a bar stool.
It's better to sit and
Bench.
not make fun of your wife.
Bench.
It's always a good idea. Don't make fun of your wife.
I wasn't making fun of you.
Yes, you were.
I was harassing you. That's
You were.
different.
No, you were pretending like what I was saying was so boring that you felt
That's
asleep.
harassing you.
No, that was making fun of
I
me.
was not making, no.
See?
Making fun of you would be saying something about you. That's making fun of.
Not always. So my takeaway is forward facing. Look to where you want to go. Mr. Godwin taught us that if you wanted to draw a straight line, you couldn't do it looking at your pencil. You couldn't do it looking at your starting point. You had to put your pencil on the paper and look where you wanted to go to with your line. And
You math people.
if you kept your eye on the end point, you draw a straight line without a ruler. But you had to
If you started on this point with your pencil on the point,
Mhm.
and you look at the other point and you just
go to the other point.
go to the other point.
Mhm.
So you're not looking where you are.
You're looking where you're going.
You're looking where you're going.
Yep.
Okay.
Make sense? Better make sense. Because
Yes,
that's
yes,
my,
dear.
that's my takeaway. So there you go. So I am Kathy.
I'm Keith.
And we are
He said,
She Said.
see ya.